Today we're going to talk about a question that we get asked quite a lot, and that is the difference between soaker hose and drip line. So starting with the soaker hose. Now, a soaker hose is a porous style pipe made of a rubbery material, and the idea with this is as water pushes through the pipe, it comes out of all areas on the pipe, almost like a sweating sort of action. This is great if you want to water along the entire length of the pipe, but can make regulating the water usage very difficult. And for that reason, using soaker hose in smaller lengths is recommended. Now, the benefit of soaker hose, however, is that it can use standard hose connectors, which means if you're looking for a quick system for hedgerows or flower beds, that you just want to run your normal garden hose over and connect via your hose connector, soaker hose is a great option for that. Moving on to the drip line, this is a very similar product and really performs the same sort of tasks that soaker hose does. However, the difference with the drip line is that water can only exit the pipe at set locations along the pipe. These are usually about 30 centimeters. These are not just holes in the pipe, there is a drip emitter built in to regulate how much water is released. And that's usually in the 2 litre per hour region. That's great if we want to run lots of pipe because we can really keep an eye on how much water is being used. So if you're looking to run a particularly large or long run of pipe, drip line is better than the soaker hose. Now, drip line uses its own connectors. In the case of our brown pipes on our site, that's 14 mil connectors or the Kleber anti-leak connectors. This can be joined to a traditional garden hose if needed, providing you get the correct connectors. Now, one downside to the drip line is that because it's a poly pipe, it does lack flexibility. So if you're going to snake this through the bed, you need to be very careful not to kink it. So if you're wondering which of these pipes your project needs, just consider how much of the pipe you're going to be used and what your end goal is. If you're just doing a few small flower beds, or you just want a quick system that you can run down a hedgerow and connect a hose on, soaker hose is probably your best bet. If you've got larger beds and you want to create a network of pipes, you'd probably be better going with the drip line. A few last minute bits and pieces to say about these pipes is because they both fall under the drip category, providing you're using a timer and a pressure reducer, both of these would be valid for hose pipe bans. And most manufacturers of both of these types of pipes recommend that you cover the pipes with either chippings or mulch, and that'll just prevent evaporation during the hot sun of the day. We also like to suggest that even more so with the soaker pipe, as really hot weather can cause it to block up. So just make sure you protect it from the sun. Come winter, you're going to want to try and drain these pipes as best as possible just to protect them against frost. Now, the soaker pipe is going to eventually drain all the water out anyway, so just give it a little shake just to make sure that has happened. The drip line, however, it will retain water as the drippers internally need a bit of pressure to actually release the water. So it's usually best to disconnect this from the tap. And again, give it a little shake off just to see if you can get as much of the water out as possible. You could also remove an end stop if that's easy enough for you to do. And again, just give it a shake to get as much water out as possible. Both of these products can be found on Easy Garden Irrigation, and if you're unsure which is best for your needs, you can always give our team a call or an email, and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction.